What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we have a custom Patreon request, and it's an artist that I've heard before, only once, and I really enjoyed the last time I listened to this artist. So the artist is PLATT. The song is called Grow As We Go, and I want to give a huge shout out to Stephanie for actually requesting this as her monthly custom request. I always get really excited when I get to see an artist that I've at least heard a song or two before and that I really enjoyed, and it gives me another reason to go back and listen to more of their music. Before we get into today's video, please make sure to subscribe to my vlog channel. I am doing some personal content over there, and if you guys are interested in seeing stuff like that, make sure to check that out. You guys can also follow me on all my social media, but with all those things out of the way, I'm ready to jump into this and see what PLATT has to offer today.
Let's get him in for last looks. And lock it up. Camera ready? Let's roll camera.
Before this even starts, I just want to say I remember his vocals being so beautiful, so I'm really excited to see what the song has to offer.
Roll sound.
Scene one, take one, marker.
Ben, you ready? Camera to one. And playback.
Good little acoustic track right here. I'm always digging that.
You say there's so much you don't know. You need to go and find yourself.
So one thing I recall right away, as soon as I hear it, is the emotion and impact that he has behind his vocals. He's one of those artists that when you hear the lyrics, you have to feel them at the same time because of just how he sings. And even with just a couple lines there, which I'm obviously going to go back and get more of, you can tell that that's the kind of passion that he has.
You say there's so much you don't know. You need to go and find yourself. You say you'd rather be alone, 'cause you think you won't find it tied to someone else.
Oof.
Who said it's true that the growing only happens on your own? They don't know me and you.
Dude, wait, that note right there? Also, it's a little bit hard to pay attention because the interpretive dancing has started, and I haven't seen a lot of that kind of dancing before, obviously sometimes. So that definitely takes away some of the attention of the song, but that note he hit right there, I just want to go back and hear again.
Me and you. I don't think you have to leave. If to change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go.
So picking up on the lyrics right there, it sounded like he was talking about obviously people in relationships go through changes. Sometimes that means that they grow apart, and so I don't know if that's directly what he meant, but my interpretation of that was him saying that even though you're going to change, or even though you want to experience things, you know, whatever that's going to be, we can be the ebb and the flow. We can do those things together. We don't have to be apart to go through those changes. And that's really deep and really impactful, especially when you have PLATT singing it with those vocals. I feel like it hits so much harder because it sounds so sad, almost like a plea. And back to this interpretive dancing thing, I'm kind of digging it. Like, it's super artistic, and they're obviously very talented, and you can definitely feel the story happening there. So kind of interesting. I haven't seen a lot of that.
Grow as we go.
Damn.
You won't be the only one. I am unfinished, I've got so much left to learn. I don't know how this river runs.
I think you guys already know. I love a great harmony. A PLATT harmony at that? Let's get it again.
Unfinished, I've got so much left to learn. I don't know how this river runs.
Woo!
But I'd like the company through every twist and turn. Ooh. that the growing only happens on your own. They don't know me and you. You don't ever have to leave if to change is what you need.
I mean, you guys know, you guys have been watching the channel a long time. You already know that when I hear harmonization happening like that, I always love it. Like, that's just an easy thing for me to go to. I'm a huge fan of harmonies. I always have been. Growing up listening to a lot of punk bands that would do similar type things, I've just always been a fan of them. When an artist like Ben Platt, that has that much emotion behind the lyrics and the song anyways, uses that double vocal, uses that harmony as a chance to make those lyrics hit a little bit harder, I feel like it's really hard to let that go unnoticed. I feel like it's very easy to nerd out over things like that. And because his voice has the qualities that it has, when that harmony hits in the back, I feel like it brings so much depth to that moment, and you're like, hey, Ben Platt's like, hey, here's a piece of my heart. Listen to it. It's so good.
You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
I just love this whole section, so we're gonna do it again. But I love how he says grow as we go, and it's got this like little bit deeper moment, and then he breaks into that higher pitch just for a second, and I love that. We're gonna listen to that section again. Huge fan.
Slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. I don't know who will become. Know who will become. I can't promise, it's not written in the stars, but I believe that when it's done.
Oh my god.
But
Hearing that harmony in the back of this part right here, I'm gonna go back a little bit further. Oh,
promise it's not written in the stars, but I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better that we grew up together. Tell me you don't wanna leave, 'cause if change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow. We'll take it slow and grow as we go.
okay, look it. Ben Platt has full like tears in his eyes. Like, when I talk about an artist that has so much passion for what they're singing about, so much emotion that's putting back behind these lyrics and really giving us this moment, it's this right here, this picture of a song that he wrote, of a song that he's probably sang numerous times at this point, and he's just making the video for it, and even then he can invoke the emotion of what he was thinking when he wrote this song, regardless of who it was about. Just the fact that he was able to feel all of that energy and put it in. I mean, look at this. Like, this is passion right here.
Oh, grow as we go.
Dude's crying. He means this shit.
Grow as we go. As we go. Grow as we go.
And cut. I think we got it. We good for camera? Ben, you good?
Yes, good.
Let's get.
Dude, that like hurts because part of me thinks that this song isn't necessarily sad. It makes me feel like it could be like a love song, like letting someone know, like, hey, I'm gonna be there with you. I am going to, you know, go through all these things with you. I'm going to make these changes with you, and we'll grow as people. And so that's like the first thing that immediately comes to my mind is, you know, it's like a love song. Seeing Ben cry obviously makes it hit a little bit different. It makes it feel like it's a lot sadder, especially when he's looking at the doorway hoping that that woman would arrive, and she didn't. She didn't walk through the door, almost like they grew apart, they changed. So I don't know if this was intended to be a breakup song. However, getting to the end and seeing Ben Platt's reaction to that and seeing him crying, again, still having so much emotion for a song that he wrote, makes me feel like this was a very personal song to him. Like I said, it's hard when you go into a song like this where I don't really know what the meaning behind the song was, but following along with this story and the lyrics, it went from happy to sad really quick by the end of that, and seeing Ben Platt cry was not the most fun thing of the day. It definitely got me in my feelings, but I really love this song. He's just got a voice that really carries emotion. A lot of artists have that, but sometimes when you hear it the way you get it from Ben Platt, where there's almost a feeling of hurt in the vocals, and when he hits some of these little harmonies and some of these like woes happening in the back, there's this like, even if it feels like a happy song, there's like this overlying sad cloud, and that's what I got from this. But it's just, he's one of those artists that the emotion just really carries through the vocals, and he makes you feel it. And one thing I love about doing a channel like this is that if I was just listening to the song, odds are I would have just been enjoying, like, you know, the acoustics, some of the melodies. I wouldn't have really been able to pick up on all the lyrics. But when you get a chance to sit in front of a, you know, music video and give it 10, 20 minutes of attention, I feel like you start to pick up a lot more out of the song. And I'm really glad that I did that, because this is one of those songs that I'm glad I got to give full attention to on the first listen. Ben Platt seems really, really awesome, and I would love to check out more music from him. I know it's been requested before, and I'm glad that it got requested again. So thank you so much for the Patreon custom request to check out Ben Platt again. I am so stoked, and I really hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, TikTok, all those things. You guys can also check out my vlog channel if you want to check that out. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.